Hi guys, my name's Kat, and I'm going to be answering some Christmas related questions. Um, Three traditions that I have every year is we go to my Christmas at my grandma's every Christmas Eve, and we just eat food, listen to music, play some games, and then we open presents. We also, on Christmas Day, my sister and my parents and I, we usually go to Denny's and have breakfast together. This was a tradition we started because now that my sister and I live together and then, we live separate from my parents, it just makes it so we can see each other Christmas Day. And then the third tradition is watching the Doctor Who Christmas specials. My favorite thing about this time of year, I have a few things. One of them is definitely being able to see my family and being able to see them in one place. I rarely get to see everybody in the same place, so I really love that. I also love Christmas lights. We have the Christmas Village down here in Ogden that I love to go to every year, and there's just something about beautiful Christmas lights and walking through the village that just puts me at peace. I also like giving people gifts and presents because I just like giving people joy. It's definitely one of my love languages. My favorite Doctor Who Christmas specials, I actually have a few. One of them is the Christmas Invasion because in that one we get to meet David Tennant as our 10th Doctor for the first time, and I like just watching him kind of feel it out and just kind of going through with Rose, because Rose is going through the same thing of like, this isn't my doctor, this is so new. It's kind of the same thing we're going through as the audience, and then just seeing them grow together. So it's really fun seeing that and just kind of meeting David Tennant as the 10th Doctor. Another one is The Doctor, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I like this episode because it just follows the 11th Doctor, and he meets this family and they go into wardrobe and a bunch of like Doctor Who chaos ensues. But my favorite part of this episode is the very end, which, sorry if there's spoilers, but at the very end of the episode, he goes to see Rory and Amy, and this is the episode after they think that he's dead, and you find out that they never thought he was dead, and they have made a place for him at the table for every holiday. And it's like a moment that you see, it's like the Doctor, it's like he hasn't experienced that kind of emotion in a long time, and you see that, and it's really beautiful. The other one of my third favorite, because I've got so many, is The Snowman, because this is when we get to meet Clara Oswald, or one of the variations, because we met her in a previous episode, and she was Souffle Girl, and then we meet her again as a not babysitter, I can't remember what it's called, but we meet her again with the snowman and the intelligence, and I really loved Jenna as Clara because after Amy and Rory, it's big shoes to fill, and she filled those shoes and she ran with them. And then my fourth favorite is The Husbands of River Song, and the reason why this is one of my favorites is, one, it's because I love River Song, and two, it is a callback to an episode with the 10th Doctor with David Tennant. When he first meets River Song at the library, she mentions that she knows his name and his real name, and that she just came from a planet from watching the tower sing with the Doctor, and she told him he had an older face. And in this episode with Peter Capaldi, which I think is the 12th Doctor, it's very confusing, at first she doesn't recognize him, and then when she does, they have their last date, and it's the night of Darelia, I believe. And it's beautiful because it's a great callback, but it's also sad because if you've been watching Doctor Who from the very, from the 9th Doctor on, you'd know that this was the last date they were going to have before River dies. So, but it's a beautiful beautiful episode. I know that was a really long answer to the question. You know, as I've gotten older and I've become an adult, I've started to realize that it's actually a lot harder to answer that question of like, what do you want for Christmas? Because like when you're a kid and a teenager, you want like toys, or you want like the latest video game or the latest cell phone. But now that I'm older and I pay my bills, I want like pay my electric bill, buy me more socks, you know, get me groceries, stuff like that. It's like stuff like that, you know. But I've had to think about it because like I keep getting asked by people, and so I want anything Stray Kids, because Stray Kids is my favorite K-pop band. I also really want one of those projectors that projects space onto your ceiling, because I love space, and I'm afraid of the dark, and I just kind of like lights. And I want Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core so bad. I remember when it came out the first time, and I wanted it really bad, and I played it all the way through then, and I want it so badly now, and I keep seeing it on my Facebook and my YouTube everywhere. Like, it's like the world knows. And I want it so bad, and it comes out, it's on pre-order now, and it comes out December 13th, and I want it so bad. So, it depends. So, my favorite kind of Christmas movies are Christmas horror movies. They are my favorite, and that's why I love them. I like that it combines, you know, the most wonderful time of the year with lights and beauty and warmth, with horror and mayhem and blood. I enjoy it. I do also really like Christmas movies in general, even though they all basically have the same plot line if you pay attention, but I do love them. But I guess I'll tell you three. So two of them are kind of horror, and one of them is just like Hallmarky. So one of the Christmas horror movies I love is called A Christmas Horror Story, or a Christmas Horror Story. And it basically, it's not like anthology, but it's kind of like that. It follows three different characters, both going through different things. It follows Santa with zombie elves. It follows a girl and her family with Krampus. Actually, it follows four people. It follows a family and changelings, and it follows another person that breaks into, I think, a nunnery or a Catholic school, and she gets possessed. It's like chaos breaks loose. If you can find it, you should watch it. I think it's great. It's a little cheesy, but I love it. I watch it every year. My second favorite horror movie is Anna versus the Apocalypse, because it combines so many of my favorite things: Christmas, horror, zombies, and musicals. It's a good time. It's a great bloody zombie time, and you should definitely look it up. The music is good, the singing is good, the acting is good, and I love musical zombies. And then my favorite like Hallmarky Christmas movie is The Christmas Kiss. I think it's really cute, a really sweet movie. I really love the characters, and I love the love story. It gives me those warm, fuzzy feelings. Sometimes I'll watch Christmas movies like in the summertime when I'm depressed, because sometimes for some reason they bring me joy. So, but yeah, those are really good. If you have a chance, you should go watch them. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Christmas music, because I do like Christmas music. It does bring me joy. I'm down for the holly and the jolly, but sometimes the holly jolly becomes too much, because I work in a mall and there's Christmas music playing in every store and in the hallways, and it drives me crazy. Too much holly, too much jolly. That being said, I do have favorite Christmas songs, and all three of them, actually four, three of them are sung by Celine Dion, and one of them is sung by Stray Kids. So the first one that's sung by Celine Dion is Christmas Eve. I love that song. Whenever I hear it in a store, I have to stop and listen to it. The second one is The Magic of Christmas Day. That one is really, really good. And then I love her version of the Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire song, because it's so beautiful. She is such an amazing singer. I believe I own that album, and I listen to it all the time. Part of the reason I love it is, one, I love Celine Dion, but two, whenever I listen to it, it reminds me of when me, my sister, and my parents lived together, and we would put the tree up, and we'd always listen to that Celine Dion Christmas album. So it just brings a lot of joy. And then the fourth song is Christmas Evil by Stray Kids. I love this song, and I love the music video. And I don't own it yet, which is crazy because I own so much Stray Kids albums, but I definitely want to buy it. But I love the song because it has such a great Christmas vibe, and it's funny and a really good listen. It just brings me joy when I listen to it. The last question is a difficult question, not because it's like hard to answer, but because it's sad. One of the people I'd like to bring back is my grandma, my dad's mom, my grandma Dorothy, so that my dad can spend a Christmas with her. It's been a few years since she died, and I know it bothers my dad that he doesn't get to see her, and I wish that I could bring her back for that. And I wish that I could bring my grandpa back for my grandma. He died in June, and it's been really hard, and this is the first Christmas that he's not gonna be around physically, and it's difficult, and I know it's really difficult for my grandma, and I wish that I could take that pain away and bring him back, so that way she could spend that day with him more. And I have an uncle who died when I was really young. That was my mom's brother, and I wish I could bring him back so they could see him again. There's actually a lot of people that I wish I could bring back. I know I can't for obvious reasons, but I wish I could for at least one night be able to bring them back. And a lot of people believe, and I, being one of those people, believe that the veil between life and death is actually thinner in December. So maybe they'll come and say hi and be there, even though we can't see them. They'll still be there. Okay, so those are some Christmas related questions that I have answered. If I'd like to hear whatever answers you have to those questions, and who would you bring back for Christmas, and what are some of your favorite traditions? I'd really love to hear them, so put them in the comments below. This video is kind of a very low budget version of what Cosmo and Elle do with celebrities. Let me tell you something. Setting this up, even though it's not that great, and I can't see because I'm not wearing my glasses or contacts, is actually quite difficult. Also, this is squeezing the crap out of my head, but it's really cute. It's got a little crown, little bubble. But yeah. So I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday, whatever you celebrate, and I hope that you get to spend time with your family or your loved ones. And I hope that everything good comes to you, and have a beautiful, beautiful life. Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification down below so you can be notified whenever I post a video. You can also like this video. I have a TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok if you so desire. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. I have to put everything back because this chair does not go here. This ring light is not mine. It's my sister's. And I also have to clean up because I filmed a video over there behind you. Wish me luck.